The lesson.
Oh, yeah.
In the same year, 2017,
Yep.
you produced something for Rates.
Yeah, Rates, Insomnia. That was a hell of a record. It was meant to be a lot bigger than it was, but you know, back then things were like a little bit more difficult. Like we didn't really have like camera crews, and we didn't really have like, you know, all the resources that we have these days and all that, blah, blah, blah. So it was just like a SoundCloud track that just went out. But Rates was doing really big numbers back then, and it was really good shit to do. Like it was a real good eye opener working with him. It was dope. Like Rates is actually like a dope dude. I got real love for like him. He's a real dope dude.
Yeah, no, shout outs to Rates here. We brought him down once or twice.
Yeah, well, there you go. Like, he's actually such a humble cunt. Like, that is, like, it was a really good session. It was really, it was just a fucking good session. Like, you know when you're in the studio and you just, like, you just vibe and you just write music, like, together and shit. It was just a good song.
Now, how did it, being that he's from Sydney, you're from Melbourne, how did that sort of get plugged together?
I mean, he was back and forth all the time. He still is.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And then what, someone, like, did you just meet online or someone made the introduction?
I met him at LMG Studios. I was with Manazil and Grilly, and I met him there, and I was just like, holy fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you grow up listening to someone, you're like, holy fuck, like, hey, my man, like, what's good? Like, nice to meet you. Like, I'm a producer. And it just started with that, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden he's like, oh, you do? I'm like, yeah. So I showed him one of my records and he's like, fuck yeah. And the next minute it was just at my house and we were just producing a record. And Insomnia is still out. It's still available on Soundcloud, and it never went out to Spotify or anything like that. We probably should have, like, we didn't even have access to Spotify back then. It was literally just YouTube or SoundCloud. But that was cool. I know he's been off the scene for a while. I'm not sure. I haven't been in contact with him in probably like 5 years. But I'm very, very, very proud of that record. Yeah.
Now, would you say that up until that point, that was the biggest artist in Oz rap that you'd worked with?
At that stage in my life, yes.
Yeah,
okay.
Okay.
100%. Yeah.
So that was 2017.
Yeah.
And then I think 2018 you had a mixtape, Slothy's Wonderland.
Man, that was funny as. Yeah, cool. Yeah. I haven't heard that name in a while. That was a fun ass mixtape. Like, I was like 13 tracks. I think it was like 13 tracks. Yeah, that album cover cost me like $6,000, bro. It was crazy. Like, it was. I think it's still up on Spotify. It was really fun. Like, I dressed up in a bunny suit, and I had like all these strippers around me, and we made like this basket full of mushrooms. And like we like hired this room that got like turned into like a forest. It was an Airbnb. It's actually really popular now. Yeah, I just dressed up in a bunny suit and I held like a basket full of mushrooms while like all these girls were like reaching for the mushroom. And yeah, I had like Dribbles in it, I had Phil in it, I had like a lot of cool cats in it. I'm pretty sure Boss Baker was in it too. Oh no, Boss Baker was in the next one. He became a big part of the record label by the next album as well.
The lesson.
Oh, yeah.